So now the students, our next chapter is simple interest. Simple interest. So what is actually simple interest means? So this is a new chapter. So how to calculate simple, what is actually simple interest? Simple interest means. So in the warm up time, so you want to explain, so you by the given pictures. In the picture what is given? See here, conversation is given. Conversation between the two persons are, so one conversation is given. See in that first what he has given. So when we take a loan, we pay interest. Here one bank is given, Gramina Bank. So what generally we are doing? So we are taking loans or we are keeping our money in the bank. So the two things we are doing in the bank. So with the bank. So what, either we are taking loan from the bank, or otherwise we keep our money safe in the bank. So if we are taking loan from the bank, so we should pay some extra amount whenever we are going to repay the amount. So that whatever we are paying extra amount, so that is the interest, that is simple interest. Or if sometimes if we are keeping some amount, so safe in our banks, in the bank, so then, so what the bank persons they will do, so they will pay some extra amount to us. So what that means, that extra amount means that is the interest amount they are paying. So why they are paying extra amount to us? Because we are keeping our money in the bank. Some interest they are paying, some interest they are paying. So whatever the extra amount they are paying, so whenever we are taking from the bank our amount, so deposited amount, so that extra amount is a, so interest. So whenever we are taking a loan, so then that time also we should pay some extra amount, that extra amount is a interest. And so if we deposited our amount in the bank for a safe purpose, so after getting back to our, so amount, so they pay some extra amount what we pay. Suppose if we deposited 100 rupees for 1 year, so after 1 year, so they will give, so 120 rupees. Whatever the 20 rupees they are giving extra amount, that is the interest they calculate, and that they will give to us. So in the loan case also the same. If we take 100 rupees loan, so whenever we are repaying 130 rupees, we should repay to the bank. So that 30 rupees whatever we are giving extra amount, so that is the interest, Okay, here the Grameen Bank is given. So in that bank what is there? So here we will take, so when we take a loan we pay interest, and when we deposit money in the bank, so we get interest. So when we get interest, if we deposit our amount in the banks, then we will get, so extra amount, that interest we will get. Suppose if we take loan from the bank, then we should pay the interest. When we should pay the amount? If we take amount from the bank, we should pay the interest. So when we will get interest? If we are depositing our amount in the bank, in that time, so we are getting interest. Okay, so this is about the interest, what is actually interest means. Okay students. So now the students, see here in learning time, so about the interest, he is explaining about the interest. So what is actually interest means? Interest is a type of fee paid for asset and money which are borrowed. So interest, what is the interest? Interest is the amount. Interest is the amount, so that we paid, so that we paid as an asset, means, so whatever, if we are borrowing, means we are taking some loan from bank, from any person, so we are paying interest, some extra amount we are paying, so that is the interest. Okay, so interest is paid as a fee, so that is extra fee we are paying, so as our compensation for the depreciation of money, whatever the depreciation of money, so we are paying as a compensation. So it means we are paying extra amount, whatever we are taking, so the extra amount we are paying, that is the, so that is our interest. So what is actually interest means? Interest is the extra money. Interest is the extra money. So this is the extra money earned or returned. So whatever we are taking, so we are taking loan from others or from the bank, so we are paying some extra amount. Suppose if we are taking 1000 rupees from the bank, so after some time, after 1 year, after 6 months, so again whenever we are going to repay the amount, so we should pay some extra amount. So whatever 1050 rupees or 1100 rupees we are repaying, so that whatever the extra amount we are repaying, so that amount, so is a interest. That extra amount is a interest. Extra money earning or returned. Earning, when we are earning, so when if we deposit amount in the bank, then we earn. In that case we earn money. So when we return, so if suppose if we take a loan from a bank, so that time we should repay. Whenever we are going to repay the amount, that time we should return. So return and earning, the two things are there. Earning means when we deposit our amount in the banks, that time we are earning interest. So when we are losing some money, so means return. So when we are taking loan from the bank, so that time we should return. So the money means extra amount we should return. So that is the two things in the interest. Some cases we are earning, some cases we are losing. When we are earning, if we are depositing in the bank, so that time so we are earning, or if sometimes if we are giving some amount to other person, whenever they are repaying, so they are giving some extra amount to us, so that case we are earning. So when we are losing means when we are returning. So if we take loan from others, so whenever we are going to repay that time, so we should give some extra amount. So in that case we should return the interest. Okay. Now here calculate, how to calculate interest. One formula is there to calculate simple interest. So in very easiest method, so how to find a simple interest. Okay, simple interest. What is actually simple interest means? Simple interest is calculated on original principal only. What is the principal here? So here principal amount means if we are taking 1000 rupees from the bank, so whatever the amount we are taking, so that is the principal amount. So that is the principal amount. So here the interest in the simple interest, so we are calculating interest on so which amount? Principal amount. Whatever we are taking that amount, so on that amount only, so we are calculating interest in simple interest case. Okay. The simple interest formula. The simple interest formula, simple interest how to calculate? Simple interest using the formula, that is P into T into R by 100. It is PTR by 100. What is here P represents? P represents principal amount. So what is principal amount? Original amount borrowed or lended or loaned. So we are taking loan or borrowing some amount, whatever that amount, that is the principal amount, that is P. Then R, rate of interest. At what rate we are taking? Say 2%, 3%, 4%. How much percent? So for how much percent we are taking amount as a interest? So that rate of interest, that is R. Interest rate for one period. So either it is 3 years, 4 years, 1 year, 6 months, whatever. So T, number of periods means time period. So for how much time, so we took loan. So we took loan for 1 year or 6 months or 3 years, whatever. So that is our T. So here 3 P T R by 100. P is a principal amount. That means whatever the amount we are taking, so that is original amount what we are borrowing or loan, that amount is a principal amount. And R means rate of interest. At what rate the principal amount is taken, borrowing, so that is the rate of interest. And T means time period. So for how much time, so you took a loan, so that is the time period. So simple interest formula, P into T into R by 100. P into T into R by 100. Okay students. So now students, some important terms. See here, important terms. First, principal. What is principal amount? The money borrowed or lent from a certain period. If you are taking money from others for a certain period, so that is the principal amount. That is the principal amount. Principal amount, what is the principal amount? So whatever the amount we are taking or borrowing from others, so for our personal purpose, so that is a principal amount. Okay. Then interest, we know what is the interest. Interest means after taking amount, after taking principal amount from others, so whatever we are paying extra, so that is the interest. Extra amount whatever we are paying, so that is the interest. So then simple interest. So what is simple interest? Simple interest, if the interest on a sum borrowed, so whatever the sum we are borrowing, so on that, so how much interest we are paying, so that is the simple interest. Whatever the extra amount we are paying, so that is the simple interest. Okay. Now here, so P means principal amount, R means rate of interest, percentage of interest, rate of interest, that is R percent means rate of interest per annum. So then T means T years, time period, that is for how many years, so the amount is taken, so that is called T, time period. Okay. Now here some simple interest formulas. We have some simple interest formulas. Already we discussed simple interest. Simple interest is equal to P into T into R by 100. P means principal amount, R means rate of interest, T means time period. So PTR by 100. This is our simple interest formula. Now, so amount, what is the amount? What is the amount? Suppose if you are taking 100 rupees, if you are taking 100 rupees from your friend, so after 2-3 months you are paying 110 rupees, 10 rupees you are paying extra. 100 rupees and 10 rupees. 100 rupees is the principal amount and 10 rupees is your interest. Then if you are paying 110 rupees, that is the amount. That is the amount. How you will get amount? So principals, whatever you are taking 100 rupees and interest 10 rupees you are giving extra. 100 plus 10, that is 110. That is your amount. Amount means principal with interest. Principal with interest is the amount. Principal with interest is the amount. So then how to find amount? The formula P into 100 plus RT by 100. 100 plus RT by 100. This is the formula for finding amount. Okay. Now, if you know the amount, then how to find the principal? How to find the principal? So to find the principal, so then P is equal to 100 into A by RT by 100. RT by 100. So here P is a principal. So suppose if you want to find the principal, so if amount is given, so then how to find? Using the formula P is equal to 100 into A by RT, rate of interest and time period, plus 100. Then after that, so if you know P, R and I, so then how to find T? 100 into I by PR, 100 into I by PR. So if you want to find rate of interest, then 100 into I by PT. So if you want to find P, 100 into I by TR, 100I, 100I, 100I same. In PTR, if T is there, then you will take PR here. If R is there, then you will take PT here. If you want to find P here, TR you will get. Okay. So these are the formulas for finding, so whatever which term is absent. According to that, we should use. Okay. If time period, if you want to find time period, then 100 into I by PR. If you want to find rate of interest, 100 into interest by principal into time. Then if you want to find P, then P is equal to 100 I by TR. So here P is there and here P is there. So both the formulas are different. Here P when amount is given. So then how to find P? If amount is not given, ITR is given, I means interest is given, time period is given and rate of interest is given, then for finding P we should use this formula. Okay. Here students, see in your textbook note, some points are given in your textbook. So remember all these 4 points. The first point, so when we calculate the time period between two dates, so when we are calculating the time period between the two dates, like so 6th May to 6th May to 6th May to 25th September. 6th May to 25th September. So in between these 2 days, if we are calculating the time period, so we do not count the day on which money deposited, means the first day. So, on which day the money deposited, so do not count this 6th, count from 7th, count from 7th. Okay. So, but count the day which is money returned, but we should count this day. So, do not count the first day, but you should count the last day. You should count the last day. You should remember this point. Okay. Whenever we are taking money borrowing or money deposited, do not count the first day, you count from very next day. So, that is from 7th. So, but you should count the last day. You should count the last day. Okay. The next, time is always taken according to the percent rate. So, okay. So, why we are taking this time? So, whenever we are taking time, so that is percent rate of interest. So, rate of interest, according to the rate of interest, we should calculate time period. Okay. The third one, for converting time in days into years, if some days are given, so 195 days, 138 days, it is given like that. If you want to convert these days into years, we should divide with 365. Why? Because in 1 year 365 days were there in non-leap year. In leap year 366 days were there. Okay. If suppose 198 days are there, so then how to convert into days? So, these many days are given, then how to convert into years? 198 by 365 days year. Now, this converted into year. Okay. How many years? Means the days, whatever the days given, that days we should divide with 365. So, when days are given. Okay. So, when we convert, converting time into year, so divide into months. So, year. So, means how to convert into months? So, we should divide with 12. So, if suppose, whatever the dates are given, for converting the time in months into years, so months into years, then what we should do? Divide the number by 12. Divide the number by 12. Why? Because in 1 year we have 12 months. In 1 year, so we have 12 months. Okay. So, how to convert in the months? So, whenever the months are converting into years, months we should, if you want to convert into years, we should divide with 12. Okay. Converting months, we should divide with 12. Converting into years, we should divide into 365. So, these 4 points you should remember. Okay. So, in first example, what he has given, see students here, find the amount we should find. So, what is given? If the principal amount is given 50,000 and interest is given 2,500. Whatever is given, that you should write first. Here, what is given here? Interest. First, principal amount. What is the principal amount? That is P. Principal amount is rupees 50,000. 50,000 rupees is the principal amount. Now, after that, interest I. So, what is the interest? Rupees 2,500. Then how to find amount? How you will get amount? If suppose if you are borrowing 100 rupees from your friend, so you are paying 10 rupees interest, then how much amount you are paying? How much amount you are paying means, so that principal and the interest you should add 110. 100 plus 10, 110. So, that amount you should pay. Here also the same. How should you get amount? Amount means that principal plus interest. So, what is the principal value? That is 50,000. So, the amount he borrowed 50,000, the amount he paid as a interest 2,500. If you add both 50,000 plus 2,500, so then you will get 52,500 rupees. So, the amount how much he should pay? So, the principal as well as the interest he should pay. So, that is at the final he should pay 52,500 amount. Okay. This is the method to calculate how much amount he should pay when principal is given and interest is given. Now, here find the interest. Here we should find the interest. Amount is given and principal is given. Suppose you are paying 110 rupees to your friend. So, you are taking 100 rupees. Then how much amount you paid? So, it means from the amount the principal should minus 110 minus 100. So, then you will get 10 rupees that you paid as interest. Okay. So, here what is given? So, amount. So, what is the amount? Amount is rupees 7,000 rupees amount paid. Then how much principal he borrowed? So, principal amount he borrowed is 5,500. Then how much amount he should pay as in interest? Interest I is equal to amount minus amount A minus principal amount P. So, what is the amount? So, he paid, so that is 7,000. So, then how much principal amount he borrowed? That is 5,500. So, if you subtract 5,500 from 7,000, then you will get 1,500. So, that is 1,500 he paid as an interest, Okay. So, now the students see here calculating simple interest by unitary method. Using unitary method, how to simplify, how to find the simple interest, See here, calculate the simple interest on 1,000 rupees for 1 year at a rate of 5% per annum. 5% rate of interest, 5% is given. It means in the solution, rate of interest 5% on every 100 rupees. On every 100 rupees, so there is a 5% interest. Okay. So, it means 5% we should pay on every 100 rupees. On 1 rupee rate of interest, So, that is rate of interest we should find. So, on 1 rupee how much rate of interest? That is 5 by 100. So, 5% that is 5 by 100. So, on 1 rupee, so the rate of interest, so that is 5 by 100. So, interest, that is not rate of interest. On 1 rupee interest, is 5 by 100. So, we should find on 1,000 rupees, on rupees 1,000 interest, that is, so 5 by 100 multiply with 1,000. So, then 0 will get cancelled, 0 will get cancelled, then 5 tens are 50 left. So, interest on 1,000 rupees, therefore, simple interest on rupees 1,000. So, at 5% interest, 5% for 1 year is equal to rupees 50. So, this is the rate of interest, means interest, this much interest he should pay after 1 year, So, this is by unitary method. What is unitary method? First we should find 1 rupee. On 1 rupee how much interest we should pay. So, On 1000 rupees how much we should pay, so that we should calculate. Okay. So, that is the interest, so on the given amount, the given principal amount. So, this is using unitary method. So, why unitary method? Because we are finding 1 rupee interest. On 1 rupee how much interest? On 1 rupee, 1 is a unitary, so this is called unitary method. So, then formula, using formula, how to find interest, how to find simple interest. Simple interest is equal to P into T into R by 100. So, what is the principal amount? The principal amount is 1000 rupees, 1000 he took, and time period for 1 year, and rate of interest 5 by 100. Here 1 0 1 0 cancel, 1 0 1 0 will get cancelled. So, 10 5s are 50, 10 1s are 10, 10 5s are 50, 50 rupees. Simple interest is 50 rupees. In formula, using formula methods, so it is very easy to calculate. Okay. This is unitary method, this is formula method.